I hope you're comfortable. Does everyone have a beer? Make sure you've been to the toilet, come back. It's about 6 minutes long. This is the last song on our new album, and we've only played it once before in front of a public. So it's a story, it's a sort of epic story about a young boy who grows up to be like a mega capitalist. And then dies. And it goes like They say he was a pillar of industry. Well, God made some pillars, so some must filler be. Like me, a simple servant of the company, my humble tongue begins his eulogy. When only a small boy with no mother's love, and no answers from the great dancer up above, and no firm father to guide him, he watched a wild horse and longed to ride him. And legend has it that on that day he planted 2 tiny feet in that wild horse's way, that mighty stallion with a deathly eye. The stars looked down to watch a child die, but as the horse reared up to crush his tiny bones, its heart grew cold, cold as river stones, for it saw the steel in the soul of the child, and knew that no more would it run free and wild. And so our hero tamed his untamable horse. That was the beginning of his winning course. And from that moment till the end of his days, the people of this land would hear him say, it takes all kinds of people to make a world. It takes all kinds of people to make a world. From the farmer in the field to the spaceman in space, everybody has a reason, a purpose and place. He was 10 when he started his first company, less than 5 feet tall, but already somebody. By the time he was 16, he owned a warehouse block where he traded in trailers, trucks, lights, and livestock. Then came that famous day you all know. He went to buy a hacienda down in Mexico, fell in love with a senora, begged her to get engaged. The main problem was she was 3 times his age. The other problem was she was already hitched to a real hijo de puta, a son of a bitch. They agreed to duel in the abandoned aeropuerto. The husband said, you can have her over mi cuerpo muerto. Our hero said, si esto no es muy difícil. And he shot so fast it looked like his hands were holding still. With his dying eye, the husband looked up to see the circling birds. And then he heard those famous words, it takes all kinds of people to make a world. It takes all kinds of people to make a world. From the farmer in the field to the spaceman in space, everybody has a reason, a purpose and place. You know the story as well as I do, but I'll fill in the blanks now. At least I'll try to. He returned to his homeland with his aged bride, 400 laborers at his side. He said, I'll seize the knocking fists of opportunity and history. I shall build an empire of diligence and industry, shaped like a pyramid, all golden aglow, with my office at the apex and the others below. We all work together to build his dream in the swelter of the smelter and the sweat of the steam. Though many hands cramped and many muscles ached, oh how we laughed on our coffee breaks, for we dreamed of the day when the work would be done. And at last it seemed that great day had come. The pyramid glistened like a golden fire. But he said, no, it's not high enough, it needs to be higher. It takes all kinds of people to make a world. It takes all kinds of people to make a world. From the farmer in the field to the spaceman in space, everybody has a reason, purpose, and place. It's true, some grumbled, and some were sure those famous words were simply a non sequitur. But with a soft sigh, we went back to work for many years. Our families and fiancés collected their heartbroken tears, till one day the unthinkable happened. Young Jose was high up on the scaffold. He screamed like a baby bird abandoned in a tree. Dios mío, muchachos, you must come and see. There under the cyclops eye of the endless sun, we climbed the scaffolding, one by trembling one. Truly it was an evil sight to behold. There was our jefe, imprisoned in gold, murdered with molten metal, now pinned there gruesomely, with only God's unblinking eye and of course us to see. We had to leave his body to the hungry birds, but deep in the pyramid's face, we carved these words. It takes all kinds of people to make a world. It takes all kinds of people to make a world. It takes all kinds of people to make a world. It takes all kinds of people to make a world. It takes all kinds of people to make a world. It takes all kinds of people. It takes all kinds of people. It takes all kinds of people to make a world. What kinds of people does it take? All kinds of people. All kinds of people. It takes all kinds of people to make a world. It takes all kinds of people to make a world. Dankeschön.